everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 5 rounds for time. It's called Mr. Beats. It is 20 overhead lunges, 20 hollow hold presses, 10 thrusters, 20 double unders, 20 renegade rows, and 10 RDLs. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Okay, so our first movement is going to be our overhead lunge. So let's just go over the lunge without the weight first. And this would be a modification, of course. So you're going to step forward and you're going to come down, and hopefully you can get your knee down to the ground. We want a nice 90-degree angle here, and we want a nice 90-degree angle here. So we don't want to be stepping out too much so that we're extending, and you'll feel it in that hamstring there. And you don't want to be too close. It's going to throw you off balance. The other thing that we don't want to do is, it'll be a little harder with a weight, but if you're coming down and then you're leaning on your knee or leg here to push yourself up. So when you see I do that, I'm shifting my weight forward. I'm putting this extra pressure on my knee and hip here. So we want to make sure that we're nice and upright, especially when we're doing weight overhead. That's going to be super important. But if you're not doing weight, it's also important to really keep that core tight. You want straight up and down, no leaning forward or back. And you can use that front leg there to push yourself back up if you need that extra oomph to get back up. No trying to help yourself. The other thing is, if you need a little bit of help, if you're older, you can be next to a bench and kind of keep yourself upright and use the bench to kind of push yourself up to help yourself get up. And but we really want those legs to do the majority of the work. So when it comes to overhead lunges, we can do it a few ways. I like to do it with one hand using a dumbbell. So we want to press the dumbbell overhead. Our arm is going to be straight. It's going to be by our ear. We're going to really need to keep that core nice and tight to support the weight overhead. And then we're just going to lunge forward. Now, there is 20 lunges per round. So I like to do 10 with one arm, switch, and then do 10 on the other arm. And again, really pushing that weight up overhead into the weight. You can also use a plate. And again, 2 hands, actively pressing up, squeezing that core, allowing yourself to be up and down directly. The other thing you can do is one leg at a time. Press up. Now don't let the band pull you around. Come down. Do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. Okay. The next one is going to be our hollow hold press. So you're going to need a weight for this, but let's start with just the hollow hold position. So we want to make sure that we're really engaging our core here. So we're going to be lifting our back, our shoulders, and our legs off the ground. So the only thing, it should be our lower back on the ground, and it should be pressed on the ground so there's no space here. So that is a good hollow hold position. I can feel it. I'm squeezed. I'm tight. So we're going to add a little something to it. We're going to take our weight and we're going to press up directly, holding that good hollow hold position, or you can use 2 weights pressing up overhead. Well, I guess over your body. So if you can't use the weight, again, you can use whatever weight you feel comfortable with. You can do hollow rocks. So just holding that hollow hold position, rocking back and forth, or leg raises, keeping those shoulders off the ground, keeping that core tight as you do that. Next movement is going to be our thruster. So we're going to start with the barbell and then move to the modifications. So if you're working with a barbell, you're going to have to clean the barbell up to your chest. So key things here, again, we want to be strong core here because you're supporting weight as you move up and down, and you really need to utilize every part of the movement to get to the next part of the movement. So what I mean is we need leg drive to push that weight up. We're going to finish overhead, and then we're going to use that weight to come back down, and we're going to get back down into a squat and then come up. So if you're like, I don't even know what thruster is, I don't know what you're talking about, excuse me, I'll go over that right now. Okay, so it is a front squat into an overhead press. We want to make sure that our feet are about hip width apart. We want our toes slightly pointed outward. This will allow our knees to come out instead of forward. When we come out, it allows our feet to stay flat on the ground the whole time. As we come down, it also allows us not to shift our weight forward, which is important when you're having weight sitting in the front rack position. The other thing is holding the barbell. We want to be in a good front rack position, which means we're going to create this shelf with our shoulders. So we're going to do that by taking our elbows and bringing them up and out, and the weight should be sitting right here. You shouldn't be holding it here. You shouldn't be trying to balance it some way or another. It should be sitting, resting on your shoulders. So when it's on your shoulders, your arms aren't doing anything. They're just supporting the weight so it doesn't move back, roll, or do anything. So you're creating that shelf. It's sitting on your shoulders. You're coming down, keeping that chest up, and then you're gonna push really hard into the ground so that the weight pops up off your shoulders, and then you're gonna finish with an overhead press, and you're gonna bring your head through at the top. And as you come back down into your next thruster, you're going to already start to get back into that front squat, using that weight to help you come down into the front squat and push up. Now, it should be a nice, even movement. It shouldn't be super fast. It shouldn't be super slow. It should be a nice, easy pace. So let me demo real quick. So we're going to clean the barbell up. We're going to catch it in a low front squat, drive up overhead. We're going to come back down. You see my knees are going out. I'm staying nice and tight throughout the whole movement. So don't let the barbell weight push you around. You are in control. Now, you can also do it with 1 or 2 dumbbells. So with 2 dumbbells, it's the same movement. You're going to rest it on your shoulders. You're going to come down into that nice front squat, press overhead, or you can do, 1 at a time. You don't have to hold it in there. I just didn't want to put it down. You can also do 5 on each side with the band. So same kind of position, come down, press up, come down, press up. Or with a plate, same thing, press up, overhead. Okay, The next is double unders. Double unders is jump roping. Let me catch my breath. Double unders are jump roping. So the big key here is it is a flick of the wrist, I should say. It is not swinging your arms. You're going to keep your elbows nice and tight, and you're going to flick your wrist so that the jump rope can pass under your feet 2 times before landing. If you can't do that, it's okay. Practice. But you can also do singles, just double the amount. So instead of 20, you'll do 40. And if you don't have a jump rope, don't feel comfortable jump roping, no problem. Just do jumping double taps to stimulate the same movement. So you're going to tap twice before landing. Okay. The next movement is our renegade row. So key things here is that you want to set yourself up for success. So you want to be in a good plank position when you start out. And I'm going to start out sideways to show you. We want to be in a nice, good plank position, and we want to create a wide base. So instead of having, like in a normal plank, we want our feet to be wider. We want to be directly over the dumbbells. Our shoulders should be directly over. We want to be squeezing our abs and our butt. And we just go back and forth. Now, we don't want any movement whatsoever from the shoulders down. So in order to do that, you got to really squeeze those abs and those glutes to keep yourself still. We don't want to be, pulling and twisting. We want to be staying still, squeezing as we pull back and forth. And here's just the front view for you. So again, no movement in the lower body. So modifications, again, you can pick whatever weight you feel comfortable with. You can use a band like this. Just put it around your hands, and you're gonna march it back and forth. Or you can do shoulder taps. Again, no matter what you do, you're not moving that lower body. And you can also use a bench if you can't get down. Come out, and again, you can do shoulder taps, or you can use the band to come up and down. Just make sure you're squeezing everything nice and tight. And last but not least is a renegade row. So we're going to come back to the barbell if you have one. Renegade row, RDL. So it's a Romanian deadlift. The key thing, so a regular deadlift would be lifting the barbell off the ground and coming up to a straight stance. So this is kind of the opposite. You're going to start at the top, and then you're going to slowly come down, and you're not really going to touch the ground. Some people can, depends on your mobility, but what we want to feel it in our glutes and in our muscles here. So we want to keep our back straight, our shoulders back, and we're going to bring our butt back. So for reference sake, to the wall. So we're bending at the hips. So I'm bending at the hips. I'm bringing my butt down. My knees are going to be slightly bent as I come down, but no more than slightly bent. So we shouldn't be down here. It should be bringing our knees back and our hips back, and our back should be nice and straight. So we're going to slide the barbell down as far as we can and then back up. So I guess let me show you front ways first. We want to keep the barbell nice and tight. We want to be touching our body. So we're sliding that barbell down and then standing up at the top, no leaning back, just a nice straight stance. Come back down and stand. Again with the weights, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but so I'm bringing my butt down, shoulders straight, back straight, stand up. Okay, so if you don't have a barbell, you can also use weights. So you can use 1 or 2. So you can, again, we're gonna pull our shoulders back. Our dumbbells are nice and tight to our body, touching the whole time. And we're gonna slide down as far as we can until that stretch, and you'll feel the stretch. If you don't, make sure you're bringing your butt back as you come down, bending at the hip and standing up. Yeah. So that is all the movements for today. You're going to do 5 rounds of those movements. Mark down your times, weights, and movements. Revisit, check out your progress. Don't forget, it's important to pair your fitness with nutrition. So visit us at www.macromachinecoaching.com. Sign up for a program to work with a health coach, get you on the right path with your health and your nutrition and fitness. We also have a link there to some great supplements and other products. So check it out, and I will see you next time.